Pisces, hi, welcome to my channel. So today we have a 2025 reading for you. We are going to have a sneaky peek. We'll do a 9-card spread. First 4 months, second 4 months, the third and final 4th months. We will look at the positives, we will look at the potential negatives and your advised next steps. You can watch this for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, North Node, or if any of those planets are currently transiting your 12th house. This could be for you. So, thank you however you support the channel, very much appreciated. Cross watches, you're more than welcome, message may well be for you. All the information is in the description box, just hit the more button below. Okay, the 9 of Cups was jumping twice there, so Jupiter in Pisces, it's in a wish fulfillment. I always feel like it's delayed though, it's the Wheel of Fortune then hits the Hangman. So like something trying to get there and we have to have a pause. Now, I get the impression, are you ready to be the bad guy, Pisces? Because there's a feeling that I can't shift with your energy as in pre-shuffle. And I suppose it makes sense to a certain extent. You know, the North Node is moving into your sign, South Node is moving into your 7th house. So there's going to be a discrepancy between, and you know, the South Node being in Virgo. Virgo rules the daily habits, daily routines, you work, things like that. And you guys are very, very much in the ethereal, the spirituality, ruler of the 12th house. And I get the impression you're gonna be the bad guy, in the sense of the North Node moving in through your 1st house. It's going to highlight you. What do you want? What do you need? Now, for a long time, I think there's been a fear of disappointing others attached to you, which then makes you limit your own personal freedom when you do that. And that energy is going to get untenable. And if there's not changes within that, this South Node in your 7th South Node is karma, it's karmic contracts, karmic things of the past. Yeah, I get the energy of an urge of freedom from you, from this self-imposed prison of people-pleasing, you know, martyrdom, whatever it is. And I think it's going to shock people, but it only shocks people because they've developed a narrative based on the old version of you. So, all karmic attachments, contracts, people, whether it's work-related, romantic, platonic, friendships, they'll begin to fall away. Don't hold on tight to any type of relationship this next sort of 18 months. Those that are with you for good will always be with you for good. There's nothing you need to physically do to change that. But anything that needs to be removed. 6 of Swords and death. You know, this is literally closing out cycles and transition and moving away. So do anticipate this energy of endings. 6 of Swords and 4 of Cups. I think you'll be surprised at how many of these 3 of Cups you need to leave behind. Okay, one more. Pisces. First 4 months. Yeah. Okay, yeah, there's a deep dive into a significant energy of release. Okay, Pluto could have activated something, especially in your vertex. 4 of Swords I've labelled as vertex, especially in this spread for the zodiacs. Vertex is a mathematical point created at time of birth, and then it gets activated with each transiting planet. We've got the death card here representing Pluto. It doesn't have to be, but there's just something about. I think so this is the thing. When this new version of yourself wants to liberate, it's going to, like I say, it feels like it's going to shock people, and it shocks them because they have a version of you, a narrative. Now, this narrative doesn't fit this new version of you. So what appears as maybe a blast for freedom from you. People don't realise that. I mean, even you may not realise this, but this is an energy that's been bubbling under the surface for quite some time here. We have the second 4 months. Yep. And then the final 4 months. Okay. Do not fear this new version of yourself. Those that are for you will stick by you. But I do see this as being a very significant shift in your relationship house, your relationship sector, work, friendships, collaborations, romantic, anything that can't accept this new version of you. You gotta make that decision. We have the Star card at the bottom with the 9 of Swords, the 10 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, Justice, the 4 of Pentacles. I want to see where the 2 of Cups is, because the 2 of Cups in this deck is beautiful. It's 2 hands that are not gripping and the water's flowing. Okay, look, it's with the Queen of Swords and the 3 of Swords. Do not grip hold of anything. I think this new version of yourself that's drumming for freedom has been holding on to a lot of pain, possibly putting up with a lot of beep from others for quite some time, and you're going to be the bad guy, Pisces, and that's okay. It's a bad guy in their opinion, their view, and it's only because it's their narrative of who you are. The issue is, I don't think you've been fully authentically yourself, and I don't mean that in a horrible sense. I think, you know, you might have people pleased for so long that it's been part of your makeup, and now that that's getting shed, you know, you're going to see stuff very, very clearly. Then you get your 9 of Cups. Oof. So the wish fulfillment is coming with the Star card and the 9 of Cups wanting to jump. However, there's a deep dive here. We kick off the year, the Moon, the 4 of Swords, and Death. This is a significant event. This is, you know, the Moon and Death could be a little bit of a dark night of the soul, possibly. Or it could just be a liberation, because the Moon and Scorpio in the Moonology is what it's time to release negative energy, or what do you need to release. Wedged in between that is 4 of Swords. Like I said, it feels like vertex, but again, it could just be Jupiter in Libra, Wheel of Fortune meets Justice. Justice rules the 7th house, and you know, the wheel could be the nodes, especially with the Moon here. And the nodes moving into your 1st house and your 7th house. There's a big emphasis then on. It's like, you know, your life is very much you rule by Neptune, so you're up in the ethers, and those chit chats. It's like living the density of the 3D just gets so heavy that you can't entertain those little moments anymore. And it's not that you think you're better or anything like that, it's just the density. I can't deal with just those mundane conversations. If nothing's kind of liberating you, it's like something's got to go. It's like an energy release. You're just desperate to get rid of something. The second 4 months, we have the 2 of Pentacles, we have the 7 of Cups, the center of your spread, and the 4 of Cups. It feels like there's a disappointment, and I feel like this could be an element of feeling maybe a little bit apathetic, maybe a little bit lonely. It is a lonely process when you go through this, when you realise that you've maybe been living a life that a narrative of others that you've entertained for too long, and you're trying to shift this narrative, you're trying to shift this version of you. This is somebody who wants to be liberated. In the centre of the spread, essentially, the only missing piece is the Empress, because we've got Death and then the 7 of Cups. Seven of Cups is Venus in Scorpio. Empress meets death. So it's like, to fully embody who you truly are, you need to break free from whatever this is. The future energy, we've got the Three of Pentacles. I love that. It's the weavers of the reality. It's the Narnia. You know, we're weaving some sort of thread here. But it's also Mars in Capricorn, so the Tower hits the Devil. I think whatever needs to, you know, Mars and the Devil, whatever the Tower needs to hit in terms of the Devil, needs to happen. Because we've got the Devil twice, essentially, next to the Moon. So we've got the Moon, then Jupiter in Capricorn, then Mars in Capricorn. So the Moon meets Jupiter, meets Mars, meets the Devil. It's something about shedding. In fact, Moon, Mars, and Moon, Jupiter, and Mars, you could even, especially with Pluto here as well, you could even indicate the herbal astrology of ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is about transcending, it's about shedding energy. In fact, I think Neptune's part of that as well, which obviously you guys rule. Pluto, Jupiter, Neptune. Rebirth, mastery, great revelation, discovery of higher self, meeting with the creatrix, divine messenger, gifts from spirit, realization, telepathy, transcendence. Reversed, disbelief in unforeseen forces, loss of identity, resistance to change, stuck in old patterning, unable to see beyond your experience, shattering of ideals and desires. Now, stuck in old patterning is this Two of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, and Four of Cups. Old patterning is just this, you know, it's like, it feels like it's fear of disappointing others. And that energy is just going to get so untenable that change has to happen. And if people can't accept this new side of you, this confidence, this, you know what, I'm not going to people please. I'm not going to be available 24/7. I'm not going to be the martyr. I'm going to do things for me as well as helping others. Three of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is something very, very stable. So ultimately, there's stability coming. And this is, it almost feels like committed energies. So those that are committed to you and are there, that will support this new version of you, are going nowhere. However, do anticipate a lot of changes within your relationship house. Okay. So the good stuff coming: death, the Seven of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. This complete transformation, I feel like you really pull on your Empress pants. And again, don't get caught in genders. You're water, so you're naturally the feminine. And then kicking the devil's ass, pardon my French. There's just something that feels like it's a pattern that's just really leveling you out. Obviously, we do have to point out we've got Pluto and Aquarius here. Now, Pluto is in Aquarius and it's in your 12th house. So the 12th house is obviously you guys rule, but it's the hidden, it's the subconscious, it's self-undoing, all those type of things. Let Pluto do its thing, let it unearth. That's a stretch of 20 years. You're going to feel that, you know, little bits here and there. The biggest thing for me is the next 18 months where the nodes are in your sign. What do you want? What is stopping that liberation of freedom? Where can you find balance? Obviously, this doesn't mean to say that you be an absolute atrocity to others and, you know, become selfish. That's not the case. But there's just something about making sure that the scales are a little bit balanced. Potential negatives, we've got the Moon, the Seven of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. Again, the King of Pentacles, in another sense, can be so stubborn and grounded that they don't make the move. And I just feel like there's going to be an energy of, it's like feeling of drowning if you don't do this, if you don't liberate yourself here. It's like this needing to come up for air. Next steps, the Four of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. I think there's a healthy energy here where you're recognizing what's out of alignment. If we think there's two sevens here, we've got, and again, water and earth. So if we think chakras, 7, water and earth, all feminine, that means the throat's fine, that means the third eye's fine, that means the crown's fine. But we need to ground the masculine energy, solar plexus, confidence, sacral chakra, tapping into the inner child, creativity, and the root, feeling grounded. And there's just something about, especially with the heart chakra, just slightly out of alignment here because the heart is away from the body. When you recognize what this is, liberate yourself from whatever's holding you back, that starts to shift, the alignment comes and everything changes. And then you get your healing. So, check out the Empress, check out the Tower, as well as the Devil. Towers with the Six of Cups and the King of Swords. Oof. I genuinely feel like there's somebody, could be a King of Swords type of energy, that has a version of you. That version of you is the Six of Cups. It's an old version. Maybe this is you really tapping into a masculine aspect and really raising your frequency to get to the top of the mountain. The King of Swords is always at the top of the mountain. He oversees a lot. Very much eagle energy, where we get to see from a higher perspective, and you can see the patterns, you can connect the dots much easier. But something is shifting within you. Anything that's keeping you stuck, that's nostalgic, and you realise that it's just nostalgia and it's actually keeping you stuck, is going. I feel like Pluto is highlighting that because that's the Sun in Scorpio. So we've got this death aspect here, shedding a lot of light. And the Devil is with the 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. The Devil is where your energy is not reciprocated. Empress is waiting straight afterwards. Okay, with the Magician, 5 of Pentacles, Judgment. Okay. Your final card is the Hierophant. Shiva's laughing away. I know it's Shiva not in this deck, but Shiva in the Astro Matrix. I think you're recognizing now where reciprocated energy is just not there. For a long time, you could have been consumed with some sort of shadow energy here. You know, at the end of the day, your 12th house shadow aspect is addictions. Addictions can come in all forms. Could be addicted to people pleasing. Could be addicted to you know, some people are addicted to drama, and I mean that in the sense of, that's what I want to say, addicted to pain. You know, pain becomes so part of life that when it disappears, we assume something's wrong, so we go searching for it, and everything is energy. If we go searching for something, we find it. Interesting. So, when this alignment happens, I just want to cut the deck. When the heart shifts into the middle. Ooh, nice. I like that. Because the 7 of Wands is Mars in Leo, so the Tower hits strength. It means you can cope with any sort of change. But how interesting that we're working on the lower chakras. And there's that solar plexus. It just makes you completely surrounded with protection, I want to say. So, I guess, are you prepared to be the bad guy, Pisces? Because there's going to be plenty of opportunities to be it. Okay, guys, you look after yourselves. And your extended, I want to see, what should we see? I want to see where it all leads. If you choose yourself in this aspect, I want to see where it leads, because there's a place of alignment here that just leads you in a direction. So we're going to take that energy, what we know, what we don't know, recent past advice and potential outcome. If you can join me, fantastic. If not, let me know if it resonates. Cancer, Pisces, Jupiter in Libra, Scorpio, Jupiter in Capricorn, Venus in Scorpio, Moon in Cancer, Mars in Capricorn, Saturn in Taurus, Aquarius, Mars in Gemini, Mars in Pisces, Libra, Sun in Capricorn, Sun in Virgo, Mercury in Aquarius, Mars in Leo, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Mercury in Sagittarius. We have swords, we have cups, we have pentacles, and we have... Oh, we have to travel far too much to get to your fire and your passions. You've buried it for too long. Time to find that inner child. I think there's a version of you that's trying to release itself, and in doing so, you might have to be the bad guy to get there. Okay, let me know. Take care. See you soon. Bye.